to hand over to everybody to introduce themselves first and to tell us what the prizes are. So Charlotte, welcome. Hello.
Hi, thanks Sarah. Hello everybody. My name's Charlotte. I'm the sales representative for Bequia Beach Hotel based here in the rather wet UK, and the prize today is £50 cash prize.
Super, thank you very much, Charlotte. And we've also got Katie. Katie, thank you.
Hi, I'm Katie. I look after the beautiful Lakaz Chamarel in Mauritius, although sadly I'm also in a very cold UK, although not wet currently where I am. So that's always a bonus. And our prize today is one night stay on half board at Lakaz Chamarel.
Wow, amazing prize. And we've also got Andrea.
Hello everybody. I am the representative for Caesars Palace Dubai here in the UK as well. And our prize today is a 2-night stay at the hotel on half board.
Super, thank you very, very much. Okay, so Andrea, I'm going to let you transport us to the sunny weather of Dubai. Over to you.
All right, let me share my screen quickly. Now, I'm definitely going to be focusing on, obviously, the luxury elements of this hotel. It is a 5-star luxury property. I would say a newish addition to the Dubai skyline. Caesars Palace obviously comes with, I feel like sometimes we're guilty by association. There's nothing wrong with Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. I'll start with that. But Caesars Palace in Dubai is definitely not a Las Vegas property. And that's something that we're really trying to educate the trade on, and therefore consumers, so they don't have these kind of preconceptions and stereotypes of the hotel before they even kind of know what the hotel is about. And obviously Dubai, we compete fiercely in the market with a whole array of different 5-star properties that are available. But Caesars Palace actually was finalised and built and open in early 2019. Great timing. But it's actually situated on the end of BLUEWATERS Island, which is a new development, a new destination within Dubai. And it's at the site of Ain Dubai, which is the big wheel that you can see in this picture. It is the largest observation wheel in the world. Of course it is, it's Dubai. And I've actually been on it, and I have to say, I wasn't really too bothered to start with, and people were like, you need to go and experience it. It's right by the hotel. And when I say right by the hotel, I mean like a 3-minute walk. And the experience actually is absolutely fantastic. It takes about 35 minutes for a full rotation. If you are a person who is afraid of heights, I wouldn't recommend, because you are extremely high at the top of Ain Dubai, and it spans incredible views out over the desert, over obviously the iconic skyline of the city, and it's a really, really cool thing to do. And as I said, it's on the doorstep of the hotel, and it provides the most stunning backdrop to the hotel as well. Now, the hotel itself is 495 rooms and suites and apartments. So we have a whole array of accommodations on property. But more than anything, we're sat at the end of the island. So we have uninterrupted views of the Arabian Gulf. We have real waves. And it's something that it's just a small little detail, and it's a funny thing to say, I know. But when you're in Dubai, a lot of the hotels are situated on the Palm or just kind of on Jumeirah Beach, for example, where the water can get a little stagnant and there's lots of kind of construction around and things like that. But here at the end of BLUEWATERS Island, you've got the kind of uninterrupted views of the Arabian Gulf, as I said, and you can just sit on the beach of an evening and listen to the waves. And people are kind of body surfing in on the waves during the day. You can hear them laughing, giggling and things like that. And it just adds to another element to the Dubai experience. This really is a beach resort in the city. It's a beach resort in every way imaginable. We have a private 500-metre stretch of beach. So the beach that you can see in the photograph is completely private for hotel guests only. So it's blocked off on either end. So it's not a public beach. It's not frequented just by people kind of living and working in Dubai. It is private for the hotel. And it is absolutely stunning. It really is. It's a really, really fantastic viewpoint. And you look back up at the resort and you have Ain Dubai as the backdrop, as I said. So of an evening when everything is lit up beautifully, oh my God, you can take pictures. You just can't take enough pictures from every single angle. It's a really, really stunning landscape. as I mentioned, BLUEWATERS Island is a destination within itself, and it's something and a place or a destination that people are not too au fait with just yet. So BLUEWATERS Island was a development that was dredged and was built just like the Palm was. And over the time that it's been open and the hotel has been open, it really has attracted a lot of beautiful high-end retail shops, restaurants and eateries, patisseries, coffee shops, family entertainment venues like Madame Tussauds and Treehouse, which is an indoor kind of trampolining, soft play, climbing centre for families, as well as food trucks. So of an evening, you can literally head out of along BLUEWATERS Island from the front doors of the hotel. You can walk all the way along the island and you see the Dubai skyline in the background. You've got all of this on your doorstep, which is absolutely amazing. The biggest unique selling point for me was that everything was walkable from the hotel. So I could walk out from the front doors, walk along BLUEWATERS Island. I've got all of this on my doorstep. I can go and grab a Starbucks if I want to. And then there's a pedestrianised footbridge that links BLUEWATERS Island over to Jumeirah Beach Road. So then you have additional restaurants and, you know, entertainment venues literally on your doorstep all the way along Jumeirah Beach Road. You can walk over into Dubai Marina and then walk all the way back again, and you never have to get in a taxi. So it really is a fabulous location, a really wonderful location. We're only 30 minutes from the airport as well, so it's really, really quick and easy to get to. But I'm just going to show you a very quick video, which is a bit of an overview of the hotel. So it just gives you a bit of an overview of kind of experiences that you can expect to have while on property. And I know what you're probably all thinking, oh my God, that looks absolutely massive. But I assure you, once you're on property, it feels very, very easy to navigate. You easily and quickly become very comfortable with your surroundings. And everything is split between two towers. So we have the Palace Tower and the Julius Tower. And when I say towers, they're only 7 floors. So they're not skyscrapers. It's not a really, really imposing, what's the word, situation. It's very easy and comfortable. The Palace Tower, from a client perspective, is very much geared up for, I would say, high-end couples, groups of friends that are looking to travel together. You might have a group of girlfriends that are celebrating a 40th birthday, for example, and they're on a girls' trip. This hotel is perfect for those kinds of experiences. And the Palace Tower is uber chic, very stylish. It's where we have a lot of our adult experiences. And when I say that, it's where we have our celebrity chef restaurants, our Michelin-starred restaurants. It's where we have the spa and the fitness center, for example. All of those experiences are had in the Palace Tower. Then when we go over to the Julius Tower that you can see in blue, the accommodations are, we have more of them. We have 301 rooms and suites in the Julius Tower, but they are very different in look and feel to that of the Palace Tower. The Julius Tower is far more of a resort beach feel. So the rooms are, they're still luxurious and still beautifully styled, but they're not as uber chic as they are in the Palace Tower. So the Julius Tower, for the last few years, they've definitely been more geared up for families. And we have our stay connected rooms, which means that we can guarantee interconnecting rooms at the hotel. And we usually put families in the Julius Tower. However, over the last few months, we've definitely pulled back on our family messaging because the experiences that you have on property at this resort are very much that of an adult feeling friendly experience. So that's cocktails in the pool and really getting dressed up for dinner. And we've got 2 beach clubs on site, for example, that play music, not all night, only till around 8 o'clock in the evening, but nevertheless, it's that experience that we have on property. So although we welcome families, we usually say for families, we're very much geared up for families with very, very little children. So I would say, 1 or 2 years old, they can splash around in the pools and things like that. and then families that maybe have adult, older teenagers. We have amazing family facilities on site. So we have kids clubs, we have one from 3 to 12 years, and a teenagers specific kids club as well, so 13 to 17. And the club staff take the kids out onto the beach. They play volleyball. We've got a water sports centre on site as well. So there's lots to do on property, whether you're a couple, a group of friends, whether you're a family with teenage children, for example. No one will ever be bored. And then you have everything on your doorstep, everything that Blue Waters Island offers as well. So it's a really enhanced experience, which is great. Obviously, we are a Caesar's Palace, so there's a lot of Romanesque flourishes in the hotel. Lots of Instagrammable sights and sounds that you can find in amongst the areas on property. We've got situations down on the beach. We've got lots of artwork and things in the hotel, outside of the hotel as well. So it's a really fun experience. Now, as I mentioned, 301 rooms at the Julius Tower, and this would be your typical room. So as you can see, light and airy, very, very modern, very luxurious, but much more of a resort feel. And all room types at the hotel have their own outside space. So you'll all get a balcony. If you're on the ground floor, you get your outside terrace, and it all comes with furniture as well. So you see at the hotel in the mornings, everyone sat in bathrobes on their balconies drinking coffee, overlooking this amazing view out to the Arabian Gulf. And it's a great way to start the day for sure. Everything deluxe that you'll see from a room type perspective is in the Julius Tower. So deluxe king rooms, deluxe twin rooms, deluxe suites. This is all in the Julius Tower. So beautiful bathrooms, beautiful suites that offer living rooms, floor to ceiling windows that let in loads and loads of light. So beautifully appointed. And then in the Palace Tower, we have 194 rooms and suites. So a little bit less. However, there's a stark difference in interiors. So you can see here, everything that has Premier in the name, you will find at the Palace Tower. And this is your lead-in room type. So you can see that half of the room is the bathroom, his and her sinks with a beautiful roll-top egg-shaped bath in the windows. I love the accommodations in the Palace Tower. Really, really luxurious. And you really do feel like you're in Dubai. But you're under the Caesar's Palace brand. It's very, very, very cool. There's lots of cool little hidden touches in the rooms as well. So if you have laundry, for example, you put your laundry in a cupboard and you put a light on, and then the housekeeping staff know that there's laundry in that cupboard, and they open the cupboard from the outside, obviously with a key, so they don't have to disturb you by knocking on the door and things like that. There's also in the wardrobe a little blow dryer, which I didn't realize what it was until it started blowing out hot air, and it's for your nails. So you can literally put your nails in these dryers in the wardrobe. So there's lots of technological features in these rooms, and everything from a client experience has been thought about. It's been very thoughtfully built and created, which I really, really love. And everybody has such a great experience. And obviously we got to Premier Suites, which gives you a lot more footprint. And then we have presidential suites as well. So we have 2 and 3 bedroom suites, presidential suites that lead and interconnect into further twin and king rooms to make the footprint even bigger should clients need it at any point. And they have wraparound balconies with jacuzzis on them and those beautiful views out over the Arabian Gulf. And we have the Royal Suite as well. We have one of these, which is located at the Palace Tower. Now we do have a new villa being built. It's going to be open and for use by March of next year. It is said to be Dubai's most luxurious villa from a hotel perspective. This is obviously a rendering, but it is it connects to a couple of floors at the Palace Tower, which means it has the ability to be a 10-bedroom luxury retreat. So all bells and whistles, that's all I'm going to say. Absolutely state of the art with its own gym, its own stretch of beach, its butler service, it's everything that you would imagine that would go with a luxurious villa in Dubai. So we're very excited for this to open in March. From a building work perspective, you wouldn't even know they're on property. I was actually there in September on a work trip, and you don't even know that they're there building this. So it's very discreet at the moment, but it's going to be, you know, the new address in town from March onwards next year. Something I did want to talk about, we do offer residences at the hotel. These offer a real home away from home. So 1 bed to 4 bed, they're all butler concierge serviced, and you do get direct access from this building via a covered walkway straight into the hotel. So people who are staying in the residences do benefit from all the amenities and facilities of the hotel. They actually have their own pool, which has got a lifeguard as well. But it offers, as I mentioned, a home away from home. It's great for longer stays. For example, we have people staying with us for like 6 months, for example. This is perfect. And it's great for families, multi-generational families, or a couple of groups traveling together, for example, that just need that extra space, living areas, kitchenettes, things like that. So you can see here, that's the covered area that walks straight into the hotel. So really, really great facilities. We do have a water sports centre on site, as I mentioned. We do have a beach club, Cove Beach Club, which we have great resident DJs performing at. The music gets going around 10 o'clock in the morning and then comes down to a lounge level around 8 o'clock in the evening. So noise is never an issue. There's no partying to 3 o'clock in the morning. We're not that type of hotel. This is still uber luxury. It's very boutique, and it's a great place to be seen. It's very Instagrammable. Then on the end of the property, Venus Beach Club, which clients and guests can upgrade to use. It's strictly adults only. It has a real Amalfi Italian kind of beach theme, and the views from this particular part of the property are absolutely stunning. They play music here, they offer cocktails, you can drink cocktails in the pool, everything is butler service, and the food and beverage is absolutely wowzers. That's one of the unique selling points of this hotel. We have incredible restaurants. We have obviously Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen. He has it at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. So he opened the one in Dubai. And we also have Demon Duck, which is by 3 Michelin-starred chef Alvin Young, who came over from Singapore to open this restaurant. We have Takahisa, which is one of the most sought after restaurants in all of Dubai. From a very special culinary experience, this will set you back around £500 per person to dine. We only have 41 covers, and the restaurant's situated at the Palace Tower. It's not included in any of our bed and breakfast half board kind of dine arounds, because it's so exclusive, but it's for a really, really special treat. And there is a waiting list. So we always say that if clients are looking to dine at this particular restaurant on property, please notify our concierge to make sure we can get reservations for you. Then we have an Italian restaurant, which is all covered by the half board. The food is absolutely out of this world. And then Bacchanal, which is our international breakfast area. People from both towers and guests who are staying in both towers can come to Bacchanal and enjoy breakfast. People who are staying in the Palace Tower do have the added benefit of enjoying breakfast at Hell's Kitchen, which is absolutely amazing. Havana Social Club, a great place to unwind, enjoy cocktails. They have salsa evenings a couple of times a week where they have salsa dances. They teach you, you can practice. The cocktails are free flowing. There's Cuban cigars. It's a real hangout, and it's great for pre and post dinner as well. The Roman Lounge, a very beautiful place to enjoy on property. This is one of my favorite places on the entire property, an entire resort, where of an evening, sundowners, champagne, they bring the shishas out. The sunsets are absolutely spectacular, as you can see. Like, we don't have any construction in front of us. It's literally just ocean. So it's a really, really great place to enjoy after a day at the beach. Unwind, we have 5 temperature controlled pools on property. This is one of them, Neptune Pool and Bar at the Palace Tower. It's all butler service, as I mentioned. The food is exquisite. You never have to lift a finger. And what I love most about it is 5 steps from your sun lounger, you can be on the beach. So you've got the best of pool and beach. You've got the best of both worlds at this property. And this is at the Julius Tower. This photograph does not do this pool justice. This area is absolutely beautiful, a little bit more greenery, and just a great place to hang out during the day. Obviously, spa, we have an award-winning spa on property, and fitness facilities as well. So any questions, please do let me know. Please keep logging your bookings on the My Booking Rewards platform. We are giving away room nights. We're soon to be changing to a cash incentive. So please do let us know. And yeah, we'd love to have you on property. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Andrea. Brilliant presentation as always. And look at those fireworks.
I know. Looking forward to New Year.
Imagine, yeah, wow, it'll be amazing.
It's amazing.
Oh, super amazing. Well, thank you very much, Andrea. So we're now leaving Dubai and we're hopping the other side of the world across to the Bequia beach. Charlotte, over to you.
Brilliant. Thank you, Sarah. I'm just going to share my screen now. Sorry, technology has not been my friend this morning, guys. So hopefully everything will go as it should. One moment. Okay. All right, great. Can everybody see that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, good.
Great, fantastic. Hi, so good afternoon or good morning, depending on where in the world you're joining us from. My name's Charlotte, so I look after sales for Bequia Beach Hotel. So I'm going to give you a bit of a whistle-stop tour of beautiful Bequia and the hotel and all it has to offer as a destination. So first things first, lots of people will ask, well, after how on earth do you pronounce it? It's not Bequia, it's Bequia, just confusingly. The second most asked question is obviously, how do you get to Bequia? So firstly, just to show you where Bequia is on a map. So Bequia is a small lightning bolt shaped island. It's located in the Southern Caribbean and it's part of St. Vincent and the Grenadines country. So it's part of a collection of different islands. In terms of getting to Bequia, it's actually surprisingly straightforward. So there's a number of international non-stop flights from both Europe, predominantly the UK, and North America, obviously into Barbados over the course of a week. So Barbados is the main transport hub for accessing Bequia. So you'd fly into Barbados and then you have a number of options. So the first option is you take the local carrier, SVG Air, which is a short hop across from Barbados to Bequia, and it does facilitate same-day arrival. So SVG Air operates throughout the year. Or the second option, which is perhaps the preferred option, is to take Bequia Air, which is our VIP transfer service. So it's an exclusive 9-seater aircraft, which operates during the peak season. So it runs from November to May each year, connecting Barbados to Bequia and also St. Lucia now to Bequia as well. So the Barbados route operates about 5 days a week, and then the St. Lucia route is just 1 day a week at the moment, which is on a Wednesday. So we make both departures from Barbados or St. Lucia to be at 5 p.m. local time. The reason for that is there's no landing lights on Bequia, so I should mention that. So we obviously are governed by the hours of daylight. But of course, we've scheduled that so it marries up with lots of the inbound international arrivals. So you can take the short hop across on Bequia from either Barbados or St. Lucia directly into Bequia. And it is a seamless service, so it's end-to-end. We'll make sure we transport you directly to the resort so you can have your rum punch in hand and be relaxing for a nice sundowner. I should also mention there is another option as well. So this obviously is a luxury webinar. This probably won't be suitable for all clients, but there is also the option of flying directly into St. Vincent and then hopping on the ferry across. So that's a passenger ferry. It's a bit more of a rustic experience. It takes about an hour, but it is possible to connect there from St. Vincent to Bequia as well. So Bequia that I mentioned, which is part of the family portfolio, as you can see, it's a fantastic King Air aircraft. It has 9 seats on it. And what's really useful is we have a live online availability tool. So basically you can go onto the website, go onto bequia.com/VIP, and then you'll see the full schedule of what days we operate which route from either Barbados or St. Lucia, and crucially the number of seats left on each route, because obviously it can get quite busy with only being a 9-seater aircraft at certain times of the year. So you can see at a glance how many seats there are. The cost of Bequia is $489 return per person. So it works out about $100 more than SVG, the local carrier, but it's obviously a much more elevated luxury experience. So the beauty, like I said, is because it's owned by the family, the hotel, so it's owned by the hotel, so owned by the same the same family who also own the aircraft, then we have control. So basically, if the inbound flight is slightly delayed, we'll always wait wherever possible, obviously governed by the hours of daylight, make sure everybody's on board, and off we go. And equally, if everybody is on board, it's only 9 seats, then there's no waiting around. So I'm going to play a short video, which hopefully will play, just to show you a bit of Bequia. Okay, sorry, that doesn't seem to be playing. Like I said, apologies for that. I'm having some tech problems today. So I'll show you this lovely image instead. So it gives you an idea of Bequia. It's obviously very luxuriously appointed. You've got the leather seats inside. It's a pressurized cabin. And there's also plenty of space on board for luggage. So I know a lot of your clients might be traveling in business class or first class. They might have a lot of luggage with them. So you can be reassured that we have a massive belly hold. There's plenty of space. You really can bring everything but the kitchen sink, really. I travelled when my baby was 7 months old, so I was one of those passengers who brought a lot of stuff, and we managed to fit that all on. So that's never normally an issue at all regarding luggage. So going back to the resort here. So as I said, Bequia is a really small, safe and easy to navigate island. So this is a
just lost you, Charlotte. You've just frozen.
Oh, can you hear me now? Oops. Sarah, have you got me there now?
Charlotte.
Oops.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, Charlotte.
Oh, hi. Sorry. Can everybody hear me now? Has it picked up again?
Yeah, you're all
okay.
Good.
Apologies. So yes, this is Friendship Bay. This is where the hotel is located. So we're a beautiful boutique hotel. We've only got 60 keys in total. We're privately owned by a Swedish family, the Morsted family. So they bought Bequia Beach Hotel about 12 years ago, and it really is a passion project for the family, a real labour of love, and they spend a lot of time investing in the product. So this is the main swimming pool, as you can see, nice and spacious. And then during the time when we were actually closed during the various lockdowns, they actually built this beautiful brand new saltwater infinity pool as well. So there's a choice of 2 pools there, so plenty of space, especially for a property that's nice and small and intimate. You're certainly not fighting anyone for a sun lounger in the morning. And then in terms of the accommodation, we've got a real mix. So these are our beautiful beachfront suites. We've got 28 units of these. They're 65 metres squared, so nice and big and spacious. They all boast beautiful private balconies and views out there onto that Friendship Bay where the hotel is located. So you get the sunrises on this side of the island. So lovely spot to go out there and have your morning cup of coffee and watch the sun come up. We've also got higher category rooms as well. So we've got these lovely 2-bedroom villas with pools. So we've got 3 of these units. They're all really cheerful Caribbean design, kind of nice bright colours. And then you've got these little plunge pools with outside seating area as well. You've also got something more luxurious, the estate villa. So this is 4-bedroom. This has its own private kitchen. It's perched slightly up on the hill. So Bequia is quite mountainous. There's lots of fantastic hikes you could go on during your time on the island. The highest point is Mount Peggy, which is highly recommended to go and have a nice hike up there. So yes, this is lovely for families, for guests who might want to be staying a bit longer or looking for something a bit more special. And then in terms of food and drink, you've got some nice options. So we've got 2 restaurants on site at the hotel premises. So you've got Bequia Beach Bar here. So this is right on the beach, and this is near where we serve breakfast at Bagatelle restaurants. That's all kind of linked through. So Bagatelle, we do breakfast as standard, so breakfast included rates, but we also offer other meal plans too. So we can do AI, for example. It's an upgrade of $170 per person per day for that. And if you did go for all inclusive, you can choose to eat at Bagatelle restaurant, which is kind of really lovely local flavours, obviously lots of fresh seasonal seafood there, being located right on the beach. And we've also got Blue Tropic based on site. So this is more sort of Mediterranean, I'd say Italian influences here at Blue Tropic. And this is open during the peak season, so over the winter months primarily. And then I strongly recommend, if you do make it over to Bequia, to check out Jack's Beach Bar. So Jack's is a bit of a Bequia institution. We have a lot of guests who come to us to Jack's, even if they're not staying with us necessarily. It's a really nice melting pot atmosphere. So you've got kind of locals, expats, you get the yachties coming in, and of course the in-house guests as well. So Jack's is located on the other side of the island. So it takes about 10 minutes in the shuttle. We offer complimentary shuttle service that leaves at 10 o'clock in the morning, comes back about 4 p.m. And because it's on the other side of the island, whilst Friendship Bay, you have the sunrises, over on Princess Margaret Beach, which is where Jack's is located, you have these stunning Caribbean sunsets. So really recommend a trip over to Jack's. It's kind of informal fare that they serve all day. So things like lobster mac and cheese, a great cocktail list, and obviously amazing sunsets and views as well. So very family friendly, the convenience of signing privileges. And like I said, it's included in the AI packages as well. So back to the main resort, we have got a small spa. So we offer complimentary yoga for all of our guests once a week as well. So that's a sunrise yoga in one of our lovely cabanas. We also offer spa treatments. We can either do that in the privacy of your room, or they do have a small spa. There's also a fully equipped small gym as well. So obviously everything you need just to have a basic workout should you wish. And then as part of the Morsted family portfolio, I've mentioned obviously Bequia Air and the main hotel. They've also got this stunning super yacht, Star of the Sea. So this is an Italian-built Bonetti. It's 65 meters. She can sleep up to 12 people across 6 cabins. So beautifully appointed. And so it can be privately chartered, Star of the Sea. So you're looking at around $6,000 US per day to charter Star of the Sea. And we also do sort of more informal day trips as well. So it might be a cruise over to Mystique for the day. We might check out Tobago Keys. So we have a fabulous guest services manager named Rima, and she kind of goes around and sort of asks everybody, our in-house guests, who fancies going over to do some snorkeling at Tobago Keys. We'll do a sunset cruise later this week. So it can kind of be arranged a bit more ad hoc informally as well. And then finally, I wanted to talk to you about our stunning new development, Grenadine Hills. So these are 2 super high-end luxury villas, which were completed about a year ago now. So these are nestled slightly up the hill, about 2 kilometres from the main hotel resort. So we offer complimentary shuttle service for our in-house guests, of course. And as you can see, really private, beautifully appointed. So this is Villa 1. This is the larger of the 2 villas. This is about 7,000 square foot of living space. You've got that amazing wraparound infinity pools. That's 30 foot in size. So really stylishly appointed. Whilst I'd say the main hotel was kind of more of a throwback chic, like the Caribbean of yesteryear, really sort of charming and homely, I'd say it was a bit more minimal, lots of clean lines, obviously completely brand new. And there's nothing like it on Bequia in terms of this type of villa that's attached to a resort. So guests staying at Grenadine Hills really do have the best of both worlds, because you can obviously dip in and out of the hotel resorts, restaurants and facilities should you wish. Or if you wanted to be completely self-contained within the villa, then of course you can do so as well. So these work really nicely for families. We can arrange for a private chef as well. So you can obviously do that kind of on a sort of ad hoc basis. So it could just be a few meals that you might want to have chef to come in and cook for you. And then you've got that amazing living space sort of inside outside with the outside dining as well. So views out as far as Mystique and the horizon there. So absolutely beautifully appointed. You've also got a wine cellar, a gym suite. So we're working on a sort of full walkthrough video for the villas, which I'll share as soon as I get it. And then, yeah, beautifully appointed living quarters as well across both villas. So certainly a bathtub with a view. So this is a second villa. So this is Coral Hill, so slightly smaller, still about 6,000 square foot of living space, 4 to 5 bedrooms, 8 to 10 guests. One of the bedrooms can be made in kind of like a nanny's apartment as well. So that works quite well if any families are sort of bringing any help with them. But the villas are also equipped. You'd have your private butler for the duration of your stay, as well as housekeeping team to help look after you. So And as I said, Chef is a very talented guy. He can really cook any cuisine your heart desires. So he can do anything from sort of sushi night to Mexican to local Caribbean barbecue. He's very versatile. So this is one of the bedrooms again at Coral Hill, and just really private. You're not overlooked by anybody. And we have had some families who've taken both villas as well. So they're only about 500 meters apart. So obviously that lends itself well for a really large group, or if you wanted to kind of marry up with another family, that can work too. Perfect. I think, yeah, that's it from me. Thank you very much, and apologies for those technical problems.
Thank you, Charlotte. It's one of those things, there's nothing we can do about it. Your presentation was amazing. So we're now leaving the Caribbean, we're moving across to Mauritius. I'm waving to you, Katie. Over to you.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, sorry about that noise. That was my kitchen door. If anyone heard that creaking. All right, so hello. I am just gonna share my screen. Hopefully we can all see that okay. All right, so a little bit of a slightly different type of luxury here in Mauritius, and a property called Lakaz Chamarel. Now, I know the last time I did one of these, fabulously, there was quite a few people who were familiar with Lakaz. So hopefully some of you have heard of it. If not, I'm excited to introduce you to Lakaz Chamarel. So, as I said, it's definitely something a little bit different in Mauritius. So this is not a beach property for starters. So we are actually situated in Chamarel village, which for those of you that maybe know the location or sort of can see this map here, Chamarel village is just inland from Le Morne beach. It's around a 15 minutes drive in from Le Morne beach. And you're also surrounded by, you've got the Black River Gorges, you've got everything that Chamarel has to offer, which we'll have a look at shortly. And it really is about the sort of the indigenous flora and fauna in the area and in the property and around this location. So something a little bit different. Now, Lakaz Chamarel was actually, it started off life as just a couple's dream holiday, well, home really. It was a family. They had 2 little kids when they built it, and yeah, it started life as their home, and it's kind of expanded into this incredible boutique property up in the mountains. It is definitely the focus is on sustainability, and it's ecotourism. So there's no air conditioning in the units. To be honest, you don't really need it up in the mountains here. It's a little bit cooler than down. It's always a few degrees cooler than down on the beach. So it's there's definitely a focus on that kind of thing, on nature, and just being in sort of surrounded by the indigenous foliage, if you like. And it really is a hidden gem. So it's very difficult to find. It's hidden behind these beautiful wrought iron gates. And for even people that sort of know about it, actually finding it can be quite tricky. So it's definitely a real hidden gem that I'm now telling everybody about. So now Chamarel itself, as an area, you'll probably find that a lot of your clients going to Mauritius and doing a beach holiday may well visit Chamarel for the day if they're doing like a day tour of the island, or specifically to Chamarel, because there's quite a lot to do around here. So just a few things here that are sort of the main highlights. You've got the rummery right here, so you can taste some of Mauritius's lovely rum. The 7 coloured earths, which it's really cool. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I think it's a very it's a really unique, interesting thing to see. In that same area, you've also got this beautiful Chamarel waterfall. You can either just look from the viewing point, or you can also go much further down, but you would need a guide for that because it is ever so steep. So, but it's really all about being outdoors, hiking. There's lots of walking trails and things around here as well. So it's really, it's definitely somewhere that people like to visit. So to give you an idea of the kind of layout of Lakaz Chamarel, the map doesn't, I guess in a way, it doesn't sort of give you an idea of the place itself, because all of this kind of white area around here, it's just covered in trees and forests. So you actually can't really, like these villas, you can't really see them. They're so sort of surrounded by the vegetation. But just to give you an idea of how it's all set out, this is our sort of main welcome area, our main lodge. That's where your meals are served. You've got the bar area here as well. We also do have one small swimming pool here. That is for these 3 rooms here. Now, these are our lead-in rooms. To be honest, the UK market doesn't tend, well, to be honest, most international markets don't tend to sell these 3-room types. But if you've got clients that are sort of just wanting a lead-in room type, then they are lovely. We've then got 4 beautiful suites here, which also share this lovely large pool just here. And then every other one of our room types. So we've got 20 units in total, so 13 of which have pools. All right, so these are our mountain and garden pool villas, and then these are obviously our sea view over here. So let's have a little look at those room categories a little bit closer, just so you can kind of see how they are all set out. So they are all individually designed and decorated. Virginie, who owns the property, she has had a hand in designing all of these. The suites have been newly renovated as well, but they're really, all of them, they've got these beautiful mosquito nets over the 4-posted beds. They've all got these lovely outdoor showers, which you can kind of see in the picture there. So let's have a little look at these room types a bit closer. So, as I said, lead-in room types, these are our Lakaz Standard rooms. So we've got 3 of these, and they're only suitable for 2 adults. We do allow children at the property, so it's not adults only, but we do say for children over 8 years old, because there's just not a lot for children to, young children to do, and also with the pools and things, it's probably not the safest. So it's children are more than welcome over 8 years old. So these are our standard rooms. You can see here, each of them have got a theme. So this one is materials. So we've got wood, metal, and bamboo. So each room is decorated as per their theme. We then have these beautiful suites. So these are the 4 suites that look out over this beautiful pool that you can see there. These are the ones that have been newly renovated. All 4 of these have got these stunning, like, egg baths, I guess you would call them. Yeah, absolutely. This is your outdoor bathroom as well. So, you've got your shower just sort of here, this beautiful bathtub. And again, of course, all of them have got these beautiful 4-poster beds. Then we've got our mountain and garden pool suites. So we've got 8 of these, and yeah, as the name suggests, they look out over the sort of the mountains in the area, and also the gardens of the property. This gives you a much better idea of what the property itself looks like and how many trees there are. So these ones are named, 4 of them are named after Mauritian fictional characters. Paul and Virginie being the most famous. That's Mauritius's Romeo and Juliet story. It's very tragic. And the other 4 are named after indigenous trees. So obviously you can see these here, beautiful private pools. I mean, yeah, absolutely stunning. These obviously can fit up to 2 adults and 2 children if you wish. Then up to our beautiful sea view pool suites. Of course, absolutely stunning view. You can see here these beautiful sort of infinity pools that look out over the ocean. Oh, I forgot to say, of course, all the rooms, although they don't have air conditioning, they do all have ceiling fans and also standing fans. So it's, it's still fine. They're such, I can't tell you how beautiful these rooms are, and they're all individual, which is lovely. These ones are named after mountains. And then finally, we have our top suite, our exclusive suite. So we've just got one of these, and it is called Piton Canot. This is Piton Canot here. You can climb it. I climbed it, and it was hard, but it was doable. So definitely if people want a bit of a challenge, it's an incredible view. Up the top here, you can see out over Le Morne, all those beautiful properties down there along the coast. It's, you know, the 360 views are incredible. And as I said, this is obviously our top suite, much larger. It's also got this cabana here by the side of the pool. And yeah, it really is something very special. Definitely a sort of a honeymooners, something, you know, something a little bit special there for everyone. Now, in terms of how the actual sort of setup of the property works, we operate mainly on a half board basis. So that's what the sort of contracted rates will be. That includes a full American breakfast. It's a lovely breakfast, and that you can have continental breakfast in your room if you wish, but it's a small property. You know, it's a really nice setup for breakfast. You can have lunch on the property if you wish. You can do that a la carte if you want to. They do an amazing curry spread if you did want to have a lunch here one day. But they really encourage you to go into the village and sort of, you know, spend your money locally and support local businesses. And so yeah, they definitely, it's walkable, or you can cycle. So we would definitely recommend going into Chamarel Village for lunch. Dinner is also included, of course. We have a lovely set menu, and then there is a sort of a la carte that people can pick from if they don't like the set menu. But yeah, the set menu and it changes daily, so there's always something new for people to try, and it's very much focused on local sourced products, whatever the chef can get that day at the market, things like that. Room service is available, of course, but it's a small property. So now, in terms of what you can do on the property itself, there's a real focus on wellness, and I mean, you know, it's hard not to in this kind of a sort of a setting. So they run yoga classes every day, which are available and free of charge for guests. Different types of yoga. I am not going to embarrass myself by trying to name them all, but I did see some fun pictures of aerial yoga the other day, which I've always wanted to try, but I'm sure I would hurt myself if I did that. And they run meditation. There is a small gym as well, you know, for people that really want to stay healthy. We've got a beautiful spa as well, just, you know, surrounded by all the noise of the rainforest. It's beautiful. Obviously, lovely bar with lovely cocktails that you could either take to your room or sit around the bar area. They've got lovely fire pits as well. And of course, the food, as I said, it is very local and traditional, so there's definitely a focus on that as well. In terms of out and about around the property, as I said, you know, there's climbing. You can climb Piton Cano. There's other walking trails that you can do round and about. You can rent bikes to go into the village. And it really is about experiencing the nature and something a little bit different rather than just sitting on a beach all day, which is fine. We do also have shuttles to the beach if people want to visit Le Morne, twice in the morning, twice in the afternoon. So, and as I said, it's only a 15-minute drive, so not far at all. And of course, you can do all the usual activities that you would do in Mauritius. We're not too far away from where they do the swimming with dolphins, golf courses, all of that kind of thing. And yes, of course, I put on there to climb Piton Cano because it is fun. You are literally pulling yourself up by roots, though. It's pretty steep. Now, if clients didn't really want to venture out and just wanted to stay here and chill out and relax, we do have an option to kind of make it more full board. So they call it the Lakaz formula, and they're two different packages, the Tranquility and the Comfort package. So the Tranquility package includes your lunch daily. You've got some pastries in the afternoon, and it does also include soft drinks, beers, waters, things like that during the day, whereas you would just normally get those with your meals otherwise. It also includes bike hire with picnic baskets. So if you wanted to take some lunch and go off on your bike, you can do that. And as well, you get some laundry service included. The Comfort package is all of that, as well as a scrub and a massage, as well as canapes every evening. And they do some excellent canapes. So that is Lakaz Chamarel. I hope that was informative for everybody. I know there's some questions which I might try and answer now, just because I know obviously we've only got a few minutes left. Let's have a look. Okay, so on the walking trails, are there any local animals, insects, etc.? Yes, absolutely. But there are, yes, so Mauritius, Sarah will know this, Mauritius does have there is one snake, well, not just one snake in the whole of Mauritius, but one type of snake, but they're not poisonous. They're
grass snake.
Yeah, they're only that sort of size. And they're not, yeah, they just eat like mosquitoes and stuff. So yes, of course, you know, I would say mosquito repellent is all you really need to enjoy yourself here. But yes, if people are absolutely dead against creatures of any kind, might not be for them. You're in nature, put it that way.
Yeah, the only probably the main thing is the monkeys. Just don't feed them, and
definitely don't feed them. I think you could say that about everywhere in the world. Don't feed the monkeys.
Don't give them a banana.
No. Oh, and also I'm answering a question that was for Bequia, but actually applies to Lakaz as well. I would say a sort of a 3 to 4 night stay here would be perfect. You know, adding on to a beach stay makes the most sense. Yeah,
super. I don't think there's any more questions unless they're in chat for you,
no,
Katie. So we do have a couple of other questions. So Carla wants to go on a fam trip. So Carla, keep plugging your bookings. That's all we can say for that. Michael has asked, Charlotte, how many nights stay would you say is a good option for people to stay at Bequia? Would you stay for more than a week, or would you do a few days?
It's completely up to the client. I mean, I'd say a week would be a good amount of time. Obviously, with the Bequia transfers as well, it lends itself really nicely to a twin centre with either St Lucia or Barbados. So we have a lot of clients who might do a few nights in Barbados or St Lucia and then come over to us. I should also mention we do have some set twin centres already in place with East Winds Hotel in St Lucia and with Coral Reef Club in Barbados. So we have some more information on those as twins. But yeah, it's up to you really. I mean, if you wanted to do sailing and things, then obviously you could stay longer.
Super, thank you very much. Louise wants your contact details, Charlotte, so I will send that out with a copy of the webinar recording later on today. And Charlotte, do you mention any companies the agents can go to book the Grenadine Hills villas?
Yes, I think that was Linda. She said yes, absolutely. So yes, do feel free to book through any of sort of the villa companies as well. So like Worldwide Dream Villas with Linda, or obviously we work with big tour operators as well, the usual names in the UK. So they all have access to our rates. So yes, there's lots of choice. So kind of all the usual suspects. If you need me to send a list, then I can send that out as well.
Super, we love Linda. Okay, so that is the end of the questions. So I forgot to tell all the hosts today, but you need to think of sorry, that was my cat. If you want to think of a question that we're going to ask, so if everybody goes to chat and make sure that your drop down says everyone. So this doesn't mean you win. This means you get 10 entries into the prize draw. Every single person gets an entry. If you answer correctly and first, you will get 10 entries. So there's a much stronger chance of you winning, but still not guaranteed. So Andrea, would you like to go first with your question, please?
Yes. So at Caesars Palace Dubai, how many rooms and suites do we have at the Palace Tower?
All right, hang on. So Carla said 301 in Julius and 194 in Palace. Is that correct?
Boom! Someone's listening.
Carla does
Well
want the fun. Super, well done, Carla, and lots of correct answers. Actually, no, I think you confused everybody on that one. As we got later on, we got lots of correct answers.
Yeah.
Super, so 194. Charlotte.
Yes, so my question is, what time does Bequia depart from both Barbados and St Lucia to get you to Bequia for same day arrival in resort?
Wow, my screen's just gone crazy. Hang on. So the majority is saying 5 p.m.
That is
Is that
correct.
correct?
It's 5 o'clock.
Okay. And Sam, you were the first person with that answer. So well done, Sam, and well done to everybody else with 5 p.m. And last but not least, we've got Katie. And Katie, I'm very happy to go out and try this hotel out for you. You know, to sort of tell you that you don't need the air conditioning and to try out the amazing food that I've heard there is. I have seen that hotel.
You are
It's
always
beautiful.
welcome to come for lunch. I can tell you that now. So, you know, it's, yeah. And again, anyone that happens to be in Mauritius, if you want to come and visit it, because it is somewhere that you do need to experience, I think, to understand it fully, please do contact me, because we can always arrange site visits, lunch, agent rates, anything like that. Anyway, so I would like to know, please, how many of the 20 rooms that we have, how many have pools? Craig got it right. My friend Craig. Hi, Craig.
Hang on, where are we? So I'm just trying to find Craig.
He was first.
First with a correct?
Yeah.
Oh, Greg.
Yeah, it's Scottish.
Okay, you don't confuse me.
We went on a fam trip together. We went to Australia many years ago.
I see. So there is 13 rooms.
13 that have private pools, yes.
A pool. Super amazing. A big massive thank you to Katie, Charlotte and Andrea for today's amazing presentations. Thank you to all the agents. Don't forget, these guys are trade friendly. They want to work with you. Keep sending your bookings, keep logging your bookings. If you've got any further questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to any of the ladies that you can see today. And a big thanks again, and we will see you all next week. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.